Hello, I'm Aj Pandy, Marketing Director at Alcatel-Lucent, and I'm quite excited today to talk about a sneak preview of our Mobile World Congress demo. And what we're going to be showcasing is from the Motive portfolio, and it encompasses a single application strategy which combines agile marketing with customer care and network security and analytics. And we're going to be talking about how we can deflect from a care perspective calls to self-service, but also holistically, how do you gain back control of the customer and gain that back from over the tops and other OEM manufacturers, and the application becomes a great conduit to do that. So just a quick background on the messaging that we're bringing out with this demo before jumping into some of the screenshots for the Mobile World Congress demo. Today, we're going to be talking about how we develop strategies to engage the customer directly on the device. And so we're looking at things like increasing ARPU, lowering OPEX by deflecting calls, as well as enhancing that experience and brand loyalty you would have with your customer. And so this consists of a number of key areas. First area is really about providing support, recommendations, and contextual messages in a way that's relevant to the customer. It makes it easier for them to discover, purchase, manage the service bundles, and take on new exciting add-on features such as VoLTE, etc. The second is, how do you minimize the customer care calls and offer self-care as a conduit to really deflect those calls and to empower the customer to resolve the issues themselves, which is something customers would much rather do than call an agent. And that obviously lowers cost related to managing the customer versus having an agent related to an issue. And third, we want to look at how we can protect our customers from malware within the network. And this is becoming more and more important as devices become more complex in the mobile space. Then underlying all of this is network analytics, how we're leveraging network analytics to make ourselves more intelligent in terms of the decisions and the diagnostics that we can do. So here we can see we have our home screen to the demo. It's a single integrated application bringing together offers and services, cure and support, which is traditional Motive customer care, and security alerts as well. And so what we're able to showcase here as well is we have a message, which is a contextually relevant message that appears on the app icon. And by invoking that app, we'll see those messages we can go into through our offers and services in this case. So here we're going to click on our offers and services to go to the next page. But just before doing so, just to highlight in the center of the screen as well, we have some really relevant information for the consumer in terms of the bandwidth consumption and the shared data plan that they may have with their kids and family. So we're going to click on offers and services. So we go into the offers and alerts and offers and services menu, and here we can see that the menu on the left hand side is adapted accordingly. What we see in terms of our alerts, we have 3 messages, one of them being an alert, a new alert that's come through that malware has been detected. So as a consumer now, I've received information that, hey, malware has been detected on the network, my device is probably infected, I should do something. So there's opportunity here now to click on the Kindsight Mobile Security Alert and Offer. And so we click on that. So now we have an explicit malware detection message that pops up indicating that we've detected malware on the network, and you can subscribe now to a malware protection app which will continuously monitor your phone, alert you when malware is present, and help you remove it. So it's an opportunity for the customer to do a free trial and remove that application. So we're going to click on free trial. So now we're subscribed to that app, and we can actually invoke that app, so we can go into it and we go into the security alerts menu next. So we're going to click on subscribed. So we've now gone into the security and alerts menu, and you can see on the left hand side the menu has adapted accordingly for that particular area. So from a security aspect, we have specific tabs related to it. We can see the alert has popped up on our screen, and that we can actually scan now to identify which application is the potential rogue application causing this malware issue. So now the device is scanning. We can see we're at about 73%. That will continue through to the next screen coming up. And so after the scan is completed, we can see that Angry Birds has been identified as the app that was infected. So now we're going to click on that app and do some remediation action as an end user. So we click OK to uninstall the application. And now from the application, the KindSight application runs and indicates that everything has been cleared up. So it's a nice example of a real great opportunity to identify malware and remediate that malware from the consumer. So what we've actually done is quite nice. We've sent a nice alert to the customer that malware was detected. We'd offered them a free trial for an application that could help remove that malware, and now we've remediated that issue for the consumer. A very nice, concise demonstration. And what this also indicates is that as the value perceived for that app increases, the affinity of the customer is gained back. So it's a very powerful channel, the app itself, for not just deflecting calls, for not just informing the customer, but for really building that brand affinity, gaining back that control of that customer, so that as a service provider, you have a touch point to the customer, and the app on that device is becoming a very important element of that touch point. So what we just walked through was a use case really around malware detection, and I want to identify some of the things that we're doing within the network and on the overall portfolio to identify these issues. And so with network-based malware detection, because it's network-based versus client-based, we're able to catch more threats much more quickly than you would on a client-based type of offering. And so in this case, the workflow itself, the KindSight NIDS, which is the Network Intrusion Detection System, is constantly monitoring for different types of malware and threats. And when a malware is identified, it invokes information back to SMP to indicate that malware has been detected. And so now you have a nice use case that we just walked through where we were able to send that alert up to the subscriber. The subscriber was informed that malware had been detected, and then they were given the opportunity to purchase the application. In much the same way, though, and from an agent-assisted perspective, a subscriber may have had some type of rollback application running, which is causing some type of behavior, such as a slow connection or the connection is continuously dropping. They would likely call an agent, and the agent will be able to very quickly then identify, yes, we've detected malware on the network, and we can offer you a free trial of the KindSight application to both identify what that rogue application may be and to remediate that issue. So it becomes a very nice opportunity for both a self-care and an agent-assisted care type of use case. So we're going to go back now, and I want to go a little bit more in depth into care and support, but I do want to shift the look and feel from a tablet to a mobile smartphone, just to give you an idea of what this would look like on a smartphone as well, because we have both versions available from a demo perspective. And what I'd like to walk through is a battery drain use case, and then afterwards I'll actually walk through again the use case from a portfolio perspective and what we were doing. And so from a battery drain use case, it's quite common that customers are having issues with their battery, and that could be related to the device. It could be related to something like an application which is causing some kind of issue on the network. So, but really it's identifying what that issue is and being able to remediate that issue, which becomes very important. So in this demo example, what we're going to do is, we have the opportunity, we could send an alert that we've proactively identified something. We're not showing it in this example, but that certainly can be done from a contextual message perspective. And it's actually what we show on the tablet at Mobile World Congress. But in this case, I just want to walk you through a bit more of a basic understanding of our sort of setup. So here we have, again, the Motive Self-Service Care and Support menu. We can see we have My Troubleshooting. We're going to click on My Troubleshooting. And once we do that, we're going to go to the next screen where we can see we have a number of different areas that the customer can pinpoint where the issue may be. So it could be connectivity, could be device, it could be services, it could be billing. In this case, they click on device, and we're going to do a device and battery health check. So what ends up happening here now is the end user is running a health check on their device, and as we can see as it's progressing that, we noticed that the Bluetooth is off, so it's getting information from the device first. It's looking at the Wi-Fi connection is off, the GPS connection is off, but then we notice that, we look to the network, and the network analytics has detected that over a period of time there's been a 40% increase over the threshold in terms of signaling events. So there's something causing that, obviously. So as a customer, you can continue on, and we find that this issue for battery drain is actually related to an application which is having a higher level of signaling, resulting in a premature battery drain. And so deleting this app will increase the battery life. And so here's an opportunity where we can walk the customer through very quickly with a device and battery health check and identify, is the issue on the device itself in terms of the configuration, or is the issue related to something on the network, or is it actually something related to an application which is not owned by the service provider, but you as a service provider have enough information that you can identify that and really bring back some really strong value that you're able to address issues for the customer from a very broad perspective. Something an over-the-top player, an OEM would not be able to do to the same degree. It's a very powerful mechanism here with self-care. And so the battery drain use case is a very simple but powerful example of a workflow. If we think about the number of devices that are returned, they're pretty staggering when it comes to mobility. And there are estimates that between 20 and 30% of devices returned actually have no fault found. And for a number of tier ones, this is a major issue, $100 million issue for a specific tier one in North America. And so if you're able to identify what may be causing a behavior such as a battery drain, which can typically result in a customer pushing for their phone to be returned if it can't be resolved why that battery is draining, it's an opportunity to cut down on that excessive cost issue from a no fault found. And so what we're able to do in just walking through that workflow is that we're able to identify, with SMP and invoking APIs in our MDM platform and into the network, does the issue reside in the device? Is there some configuration issue? Does the issue reside in the network? Is there something going on in the network that needs to be reconfigured? Or is there something happening in an application, as we saw in the last example, that's causing higher signaling in the network, which is causing this issue of battery drain? And so it's a very nice example, but very powerful because it really can have a major impact in terms of being able to resolve a no fault found type of issue that may exist. So as a teaser, I wanted to leave our agent assisted portal as well. I'm going to be doing another video in a few weeks to show the agent assisted portal and some more use cases. Right now, what I kind of want to walk through is just an example of what we're showing in the agent assisted portal. And we're going to be talking about Volti as well, and we'll come back to that in our next iteration of this YouTube video. But as you can see, we have a diagnostics dashboard where an agent can go in and very quickly see information related to the device, to the network. Has anything happened that may indicate that there's an issue there? So if a call comes in, we have an opportunity here to have red type of alerts that indicate there's potentially an issue. So if malware had been detected, for instance, what we would see on the network would be a red exclamation point and triangle indicating that there's something going on in the network and we've detected malware. In this case as well, you go into the troubleshooting screen. You can see, you can walk through different portions of the workflow, and always go back. Here's some information relative to the point of the workflow that the customer is in. It's about making it more intuitive, providing more value or more empowerment to a tier one agent as well, so that they're able to handle more complex issues. So escalations are reduced. Tier one agents are able to resolve more complex issues. And that's what this really becomes about, empowering the self-serve or empowering the agent-assisted care. So we're going to do another YouTube video on that, and we'll certainly make that available on our website. So I hope that was exciting and interesting. We're going to be showcasing that at Mobile World Congress. Doing the video and recording it doesn't give it justice as a video, as a demo would in real life. So I really encourage everybody to come to Mobile World Congress that are present, to come to our booth and get a chance to see the demo. My name is Aj Pandy. I'll be at the demo booth next week to showcase our demo. And just to sort of leave off Automotive Service View for mobile, what we exactly are, we're able to offer an integrated self-service, self-assisted, agent-assisted, and proactive care with end-to-end visibility and control across devices, network, analytics, and applications. So it's a very robust, very encompassing solution, and I encourage you to come by and see our demo, whether it's at Mobile World Congress or ping us for a demo, and we'll make sure we can make that available to you. So thank you for your time tonight, and have a good evening.